I am live. So, hey everybody, this is Cosmic, and I'm once again outside here just looking at the sunset. You can see what I'm seeing here. Let me take you over and watch the southeastern Arizona sunset. Now, you can see right there were some clouds. There was a big bank of clouds that I was a little worried about, but they seem to be evaporating with the sunset. So I don't think that's going to be happening tonight at all. So let me get this set up, and I hope you'll be able to see all of this okay. It's going to be a little funky, with the bright sun there. But you can sort of see my setup again. I've got the computer down there, lower right. Got the camera sitting up on the little travel thing for kitties or doggies, and I've got the scope. So hey, hopefully everybody's doing well. I'm hoping that you're gonna be able to see me okay. And I checked the temperature. Yeah. So I've been cooling the camera down for about 15 minutes or so now, and it has come to temperature. So I'm going to turn the telescope on, put the camera on the scope, and then basically just wait. I'm waiting for the sun to set. It needs to get down a little bit before I can start doing my flat fields. The flat fields are the most important part of the calibration process. If I don't get my flats, and if I don't get good flats, then I might as well not be out here at all, because I'm not really into just looking. Not anymore. I'm actually trying to do science with this thing. So yeah. So all right, I'm gonna turn the scope on here, and telescope is on. Pull this out and get this thing rocking and rolling. Okay, that's that. Take this cover off of the eyepiece holder. Here's the camera, parallel port, old school. Align that fairly well. I just have set screws on here, so I like to make sure that these are really tight. Really tight. And then I put the thing over there so it doesn't tighten up too much. And alright, we're good to go. Good to go so far. Remember to take the cover off. Might as well do this here. Where is it? Utilities. Okay, that's good. So I do what's called a t-shirt flat. Uses t-shirts. Right over the front of the scope. And I bungee it. And then I make sure it's nice and smooth over the aperture. Okay. So now I'm slewing it over to the sunset area. I point it relatively close to sunset. It doesn't have to be. I just want a nice. The whole idea behind a flat field is to just have a nice uniform, uniformly illuminated field of view for the camera to see. So that's the point of the white t-shirt, pointing at a relatively bright sky. So we're still right in the middle of sunset. I still see the mountains behind us over here are lit up. So I'm gonna go grab a chair. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to rotate this around. Let's see. We'll do that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So, hope everybody's doing well. Hope you can hear me okay. Can somebody type something saying that the audio is okay and the video is okay? Otherwise, I have no idea about that at all. So yeah, sunset is upon us, and this is actually Jupiter opposition day as well. So the sun is setting, and more or less in the opposite direction that away, Jupiter is now rising. More or less. Depends on your latitude, depends on the time of year, depends on a lot of things. But so basically Jupiter is going to be up all night long, right? Because when Jupiter sets over this away, the sun will be rising. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna get a quick thing of water as well. So I'll be back in like less than 2 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna see how fast I can go. It's 10:13 right now. All right, that only took me a minute. Very cool. Cheers. It is dihydrogen oxide tonight because I've got to stay awake. It's going to be could be a long night. I want to see if I can stay up long enough to actually maybe live stream Jupiter as well by in about 4 hours. Jupiter will be almost about as high as it's going to be in the sky in my south. So I figured if I'm up anyway and feeling ambitious enough, I'll probably try to do that. So cheers. So yeah, let me know in the chat if you can, if you're seeing this. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Uncle Bill, we'll see if I do a Jupiter stream or not. I'm a big talker at 2 hours UTC, and I'm maybe a very, very little wimpy talker at 6 hours UTC. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But good. I'm glad you can. Is the audio okay? I hope the audio is okay. I guess I can. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I want to support your nerd hype thing for sure, and that's an easy thing. Easy, easy, easy. All right. I think it's starting to get dark enough. And I'm going to take my first series of probably 1 second long flats. So let me get this chair out of the way. And let's see, can you, yeah, you'll be able to see me okay. Audio is good, but I need to shout when I'm at the scope, yeah. Let me, I can scoot this up a little bit. There, I can scoot it up a little bit like that. Okay, that'll probably help a little bit. All right, so I need to get this all set up because I forgot to set it up already. So I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to call it 180509. I guess I'll call it 09. And so I'm going to open that and save that, and I'm going to go to 0. And that's going to be called that for now. And let's see, let's do a 1 second exposure and see what that looks like. I'll just do a series here and see if what I'm looking for is the maximum value here. And I know that you can't see it, but tilt this down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so a 1 second exposure is actually a little dark. So I'm going to tilt this down a little bit. Get a little more light in there. A little more light. And I'll take another one of these. So I just pointed the telescope down towards the sunset a little bit more. We're still at 32. So a 1 second exposure is not going to work. I'm going to go up to 2 seconds. And that should put me actually maybe a little bit saturated. A little bit saturated. Back up so you can sort of see what I'm doing. So 60,000. 60,000 is a little high, so I'm going to wait just a couple of minutes here. I'll just let this, I'm looking at the maximum value here. You can see my flat field a little bit there. Okay, so it's getting down to 58. Maybe just a couple more of these. I'm going to There we go. I've got a gravel driveway. You can sort of see it over here. So kneeling on this shit is painful. Painful. So I'm down to 55, 53. I think when it hits 50, I'm gonna take 10 images. Should just be a couple more minutes. I've heard, and I need to confirm this, that every minute of the sunset, the sky gets darker by a factor of 2. So I'm running the camera at 0 degrees Celsius. It's when it started. Okay, there we go. When it started cooling, it was at like 26.2, so it was a pretty warm day today. Okay, so I'm going to start auto-saving, saving FITS files, 2-second exposures. I'm going to take 10 of those. Okay, here we go. We're off and running. And I'm going to confirm over here that I'm actually saving the data. That's important. There it is. There's the first flat. It says 0 kilobytes, though. I'm not quite sure why it would say that. I don't know why that said 0 kilobytes there. That kind of bugs me a little bit. It might be a Windows thing. Let's reload it. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay. So we're good. We're getting our first set of flats. I'll probably take it 4 sets of 10 again. That's sort of an arbitrary choice, but you know, 10 is a good number. You know, anything less than 10, probably statistically speaking, isn't all that great. And doing, you know, 20 or 30, I'm in a race. I'm in a race here, right? I'm racing the spinning Earth. So I have to keep my number of exposures relatively small, but also, you know, large enough to sort of be significant. So this is downloading number 7. So these are 10 2-second exposures, flat field. Nice sunset. I'm looking for Venus. Yep, there's Venus. Venus is there. It's still there. Okay, downloading number 9. See that over here. Yep. Exposing number 10. And we're down to like 39,000 for the max. So, yeah, I'm going to increase my exposure time now to 3 seconds. And that should increase my max. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. And I'm going to take another series of 10. Boink. and we'll see what the max value is now. Should be around 45 to 50,000, I think, something like that. That's my guess. 53,000. So yeah, that's much better. Hey, you know, the first time I did this a couple of days ago, I just had, you know, the camera focused on the screen, and my complaint about that was that it's like, well, it's kind of boring, you know, just looking at a screen. So I hope that this format is a little bit better. I know that I'm not looking directly at the camera, which is right there. I'm sort of looking at the phone, so I'm sort of looking off to the side. But oh well. Oh well. I will. Can I stare at the camera? Yeah. I'm just, you know, I'm looking at myself as opposed to the camera, right? But yeah, whatever. So yeah, there's Venus. Venus is definitely the brightest object in the sky beside the sun and the moon right now. So obviously Venus is going to pop out first. Um, should be able to maybe. It's always fun during sunset to you know, find the first bright object. And now I'm looking for Sirius over here, and you know, the challenge, it isn't necessarily uh, with seeing it per se. The challenge is focusing, right? Because our eyes are looking at a blank screen, right? It's a uniform screen. We have nothing to focus on. So I mean, I can feel my eyes going, you know, trying to focus on things, and so it's sometimes difficult to pick out a star that's out of focus, right? But I can take Venus, right, and I can sort of feel how that feels. And then I can move over here where I think Sirius is, and I'm not seeing Sirius yet. I'm thinking that it's probably there though somewhere. All right, downloading flat field 10 of 10. Wow, that was fast. Okay, we're at 41,000. Okay, let's go 4 seconds. So let's make sure. Yeah, okay, we've got our first 20 flats. I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes here, just a couple of minutes, because I don't want it to be too bright, and I'm trying to save all of these. I mean, I'm in a good position right now. I mean, I would much rather. I mean, I want to be about 2/3 of the maximum value, which is 65,535. So I want to be around 50,000 or so. So if a 3-second exposure was 41,000, then a 4-second exposure, which is you know, like a third more, is going to put me, you know, at around 53,000, which is it's getting a little too bright. But I mean, yeah, even that's okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to take a series of 4-second exposures, 10 of them. And let's see, I'm hoping that it's going to be around 53,000. 53,000 or less is what I'm hoping for, but it might be a little bit more. I don't know. Oh, it's only 44,000. Okay, so yeah, maybe I waited a little bit too long, but that's cool. That's perfectly fine. It is perfectly fine. So definitely Venus. Trying to see if trying to see if if I can start seeing Sirius. Sirius is the next bright thing, and I should be able to see it by now. It's getting dark enough. So as soon as I'm done with the flats, I'll show you Venus and all that over there. But this is, taking this data is critical to a successful evening. I mean, even if I don't get anything at all in terms of science data, if I don't have my calibration data, I might as well not even do it. So that's why this is super critical, and that's why I'm hanging right here, not messing around whatsoever, just just passing the time trying to find stars as they pop out, getting some crepuscular rays over to my south. That's pretty, but I should be able to see Sirius. I'm probably just not looking in the right place, but I know it's low in the southeast, but maybe it's not as low as I think it is. Okay, we're downloading flat 8 of 10, so that's almost done. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do one more series of 10, and then I need to do my darks for each of the exposure times. So I'll do 10 of those as well. But these flats are the most important thing, because I really can't get them any other way. Now, I'm trying to see Sirius up there. Maybe I'm being a little bit too serious. Okay, downloading flat 10 of 10, we're down to 33,000. So I'm going to go up to 5 seconds. 5 seconds and take my last series of 10. Okay, so far so good. Where is Sirius? It's got to be over there by now. There it is. There it is. Okay. I was looking about in the right place, too. So, right there. So there's Sirius. Now, Betelgeuse is over in the glare still. So that's going to be pretty much impossible to see for a little while. We're only about, what? Maybe, yeah, I think we're only about, what, 10 or 15 minutes past sunset here, so yeah, I mean, it's still obviously really, really bright. All the light that you're seeing shining on my bright, happy face is skylight, so, and yeah, you're getting a nice view of the sunset there too. Okay, so this last series, 5-second exposures, yeah, are getting a little on the low side. I'm down to 32,000, which is about half, right? I really want that to be about 2/3. So yeah, I should have goosed that up a little bit more in terms of exposure time, but these will be fine. These will be fine. I'm not down, incredibly low in the thousands, right? So I've still got some good signal there. I'm gonna get my dihydrogen oxide here. started the wind started blowing about maybe a couple hours ago or so, and those kinds of things always worry me, because even the slightest breeze on this. Oh, the shirt, yeah, the shirt is just a regular old shirt. I think it's my wife really likes this group, the Shadow Boxers. So it's just a music group, and for me it was just the next shirt in the pile. So yeah, no real significance as far as I'm concerned. All right, we've got our flats. Yes. Okay, so now I can chill a little bit, and I can take the darks. So I'm going to go back to a 1 second exposure, right? We did 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So I'm going to go back to a 2 second exposure, and I'm going to change that to a dark. And what that does is it just tells the camera to not open its shutter. Oh yeah, the gibberish on the back. You know, I don't think I've ever looked at it, so I don't even know what it says. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask the wife about that, because she'll probably know exactly what it all means. But yeah, I noticed it, and it's like, okay, well, you know, it's just a shirt. So all right, so I'm gonna take my first series of 2 second darks. Dark is set. 2 seconds. There we go. So I got 40 flats. Yay. And there's the first dark. So yeah, it just looks like a nice flat uniform thing. Maximum value about 3,500. So yeah, that's about right. And that should be pretty consistent, right? I mean, you know, I don't want that to be too noisy. And what I found is that yes, indeed, it isn't too noisy at all. All right, so let's. I'm going to move you around now so we can look at a little bit more of the sunset and Venus, because now I can be a little less attentive to this, because I'm not as time critical with things. So here, let me switch you around here, and so you're seeing some pretty nice crepuscular rays, I think. That's pretty cool, huh? And there's Venus right there. Yeah, Uncle Bill, I have a very lackadaisical attitude about clothing. It's you know, something that's required, you know, because otherwise it sort of, you know, shocks people if you're not wearing any. So wow, you guys are getting a really good, nice crepuscular ray shot here. I hope you like it. Yeah, these are awesome. Very awesome. I hope those are coming out. I hope you can see those okay, because at least on this screen, the smartphone screen, yeah. Hey there, Hip. Nice to see you. We're out here again. I'm going to put this down so I'm not bouncing around so much, and I can sort of make this so it's flat. There we go. So now you're not going to bounce around as much, but you can see there's Venus. Yeah, the sky is clear, so I'm out here again taking my calibration data because I'm gonna be observing. Yeah, I boop him. Boop. Probably those are from mountains to my west. I do have some clouds down there, but they're evaporating, so I'm thinking that those are mountains. Yay! Woohoo! All right, let me get my second set of darks going here. Hold on. So I think I can zoom in on Venus here. Oh, I lost him. So there's an out of focus Venus, right? You're not actually seeing the disk or anything there. That's just out of focus. But that's Venus, all right. Here, let me I can zoom out a little bit. Let's see if it wants to try to focus. It's trying. It's trying. I'm gonna try to zoom out a little bit. There we go. That's not too bad. But yeah, I mean, you're not going to see any Venus disk or anything like that. It's way too small for these cameras to see anything like that. I don't have the magnification to do that. But okay, let me zoom back out if I can. There we go. Zoom out even more. That's about it. So there's Venus, little Venus. Boop. And then Sirius is over here. Let's see if we can start seeing Sirius. Yeah. Sirius is right there. You see him? Boop. So there's Venus. Boop. And there's Sirius. Boop. So pretty cool. It's a nice sunset sky for sure tonight. Come on, you can focus. There we go. All right, well, cool. Let's see how we're doing here. Oh, almost done there. So I'm going to bring you back over here. And I'm going to do that. And bring this up a little bit. Here's the scope. Bring the scope in. Now, can I get my chair in here too? Okay, so my next set of darks is done, so I'm going to go to my 4-second exposure darks. 4-second exposures. There we go. There we go. I was watching Pamela Gay's Daily Space this morning, and she was talking about Pluto, and a couple of us got into a debate about this whole planet thing again, and so I looked up the IAU's definition of a planet. Okay, I'm just going to read them here. Now this is sort of paraphrased, but it's what it says anyway, right? So a planet is a celestial body that, number one, is in orbit around the sun. Okay, it has to be orbiting the sun. Number two, it's nearly round in shape. And number three, it has cleared its neighborhood around its orbit. So it doesn't have a lot of stragglers. It doesn't have a lot of stuff in its orbit. It's sort of, cleared it out. And so using that as a definition, you can point to objects in the solar system that are planets and that aren't planets. And I don't see anything wrong with this definition at all. But having said that, I also think that this definition needs to evolve. I mean, as we learn more and more about what a planet is, right? That definition may evolve, and people who are upset about Pluto not being a planet, really, at least in my opinion, are sort of dogmatic. They've grown up their entire lives. They learned, right? It sort of got burned into their brain that there are 9 planets and the 9th one is Pluto, right? And so when that changes, for some and maybe for many, that's upsetting. And as if all of a sudden Pluto is something different than what it is, which is not the case. Okay, I'm going to do my last set of darks. 5-second exposure darks. So Pluto is still amazing, right? Incredibly awesome. And personally, I don't care what you call it. I don't care. It doesn't matter. One of the arguments, or one of the comments this morning was that, well, if Earth were orbiting the sun around distances of like the Jupiter or Saturn, then the Earth wouldn't be a planet either, and that's a problem. And it's like, what problem? What problem? I mean, why does Earth have to be called a planet either? I mean, by definition, right? By the IAU's definition, Earth is a planet, right? But if it were anywhere else, it wouldn't be. So I don't have a problem with that. I don't care if I'm living on a planet or what, right? I mean, I'm here. It's a great place. It's a great view. To me, at least, it doesn't really matter what it's called, right? So I think what I'm seeing, at least, is sort of a fight for dogma, a fight for let's keep it the way that it has been, and listen, I am all about, you know, if things have to change, let's change them. Um, you know, let's not, you know, irrationally or irresponsibly change, but the fact of the matter is that change happens, and you know, they say that change is the one constant in the universe, and I disagree. I think that change changes. So, yeah, I mean, it's a very, very dynamic place, and you know, if we change our definition of what a planet is, that's fine. Um, and yeah, you know, I really don't care what these things are called because I think they're awesome. I mean, that's what I'm going to call them, is awesome. All right, I'm downloading dark 10 of 10. Now I'm going to take some bias images just for fun. Maybe I'll take 30 of those. Biases and the darks. The bias is a 0-second exposure, so it's a 0-second exposure dark. So it's just measuring the crystal gems. Hello, crystal gems. The bias is also a measurement of offset, just like dark. The darks sort of have the bias in them. So bias I usually don't actually incorporate into the calibration at all. I usually just subtract the dark and divide the flat. So because the bias is sort of in the dark already. So yeah, I'm just out here. I'm going to be actually collecting data with my scope tonight. So the timing of this live stream and me having to actually collect my calibration data overlap. So I decided, again, for the second time in a week, to do this live stream outside, watching the sunset. You can see behind me, right there. I'm gonna hold it in my hand. There's Venus right there. Hello, Venus. Watch, I'm gonna boop it too. Watch, let's see. Boop, boop, boop. So yeah, there's Venus behind me. Very, very cool. The sunset. It's starting to get dark. You guys can't. I can do that and sort of light up my ugly mug, but yeah. So you know, I'm not really tracking well with the furor that's going on about the definition of planets, and you know specifically Pluto. You know, it's almost as if we've decided that there's a hierarchy, right? That the sun is like the greatest thing, right? That's at the top, and then the planets are the next thing, and then the dwarf planets are the next thing, and the moons are down and down and down. No, that's not how I see it. At least the way I see it is that it's all awesome. It's all incredibly awesome, and I think that's part of it too. Is that people feel as though Pluto's been downgraded, right, from a planet to a dwarf planet, and I as I said, I just don't track with that. Um, it's that's that to me is very dogmatic thinking, and I'm just not into dogma at all. I'm into wow and awesome and fun, right? And you know, as I said, before, regardless of what kind of object Pluto is that we decide that it is, it's incredible. It's incredible, and yes, we should go back there. We should try to land. We should try to understand what is going on there, because it's a little bizarre. It's just a little bizarre. So yeah. Anyway, that's sort of my take on it. I think people are overreacting, I guess, a bit much. I really like the fact that Venus is right in my hand. How can I do that? There we go. Yeah, that's very cool. All right, well, cool. I think I've got. I could. If I wanted to, I could do my star alignment now. Should I? What are we getting up to? 53 minutes. Should I hang on and let you guys watch the antics there? I mean, it's going to get pretty dark, so I mean, you're not really going to be able to see anything. That's part of the problem, is that I mean, it's going to get darker and darker and darker here, and you're going to be able to see less and less and less. Well, you know what? Let's see how it goes. Okay, so the most important thing with star aligning this telescope is that I need to know what time it is. Okay, so yeah, you're not gonna see much. Uncle Bill is really thinking that I'm going to be doing Jupiter, and in fact, and I'm not going to make any kind of promises at all for that, because that's 4 hours from now, and I don't know what state of mind I'm going to be in at that point. But I'm going to give you a preview. I'll give you a preview. Okay. So here we go. We're going to come over here. Yeah, Uncle Bill. See how you are, Uncle Bill. So we're going to walk over here a little bit. Let's see. Let's come over here. Let's come over here. And looky what's over here in the southeastern sky. Check it out. That's Jupiter. There's Jupiter. Cool, cool. So there's Jupiter. Yay! Again, I don't think that we're going to be able to see anything, because, I mean, even with this image, you're seeing pixelation there. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to see any moons or anything like that through through this. But yeah, there's Jupiter. Yay! There she blows. Okay, well, cool. You know what? I think Uncle Bill is right. It is getting darker and darker and darker out here, and yeah, you're not gonna see much if I do the star alignment and stuff in the dark here, son. And that's not gonna be. I mean, you know, it'll probably be comically entertaining, but otherwise not incredibly entertaining. So yeah, I think I'm going to exit for now. And as I said, no promises at all, but there's a possibility. There's a possibility that I will live stream Jupiter, probably starting. I'm going to aim for like 6 hours UTC, right? 6 hours UTC, which is what, probably like about 3 hours from now. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. And here, let me spin around so you can see the incredible sunsets that I get to see every single day. So there's me and Venus. Boop, boop, boop. And here's Sirius over here. Here's Sirius and Betelgeuse. Let's see, can I do this? Probably not. Betelgeuse is over there somewhere, isn't it? I don't see it. Anyway, there's me, and there we go. There's me and Venus and Sirius. Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here for now. As I said, check back around 6 hours UTC. I would say at this point, there's an 80% chance. There's an 80% chance that I will be live streaming Jupiter through my scope. I've got a webcam that I converted, so I can put that on the scope, and I can run it through the laptop, and I can stream Google Hangout with the laptop, and so yeah, there's a pretty good chance, but it sort of depends on how things go tonight, how well things go. But maybe if things go well, then I will be wanting, you know, to keep going. If things go poorly, I may want to do something fun like that to just sort of make myself feel better. so okay, all right. I'm gonna get out of here for now, and take care, and peace, and cheers. And I forget how to stop this thing. How do I stop this thing? How do we stop this thing? I don't remember. What's this do? Oh no, that's not it. Is it just that? You sure you want to stop streaming? Okay. Peace out, guys. Bye.